And good afternoon, and welcome in to the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. I am Drake, and we are coming to you live, high above Jim Cartwright Field in Lindsey Nelson Stadium, inside the Marion Will Hoyt Press Box and the Dan Janes Media Center. I'm with L-Train, Landon Seacrest, and the Claw, and we call him the Claw because he's ever knowing and ever seeing. The Claw. The Claw. And this is a special edition, folks. Tonight, the Murray County Public Schools, 3 of them with high school football programs, are involved in the second round of the TSSAA football playoffs. All kickoffs are scheduled for 7 o'clock tonight. The only game scheduled inside the boundaries of Murray County is this game. We are going to bring to you our game day show, our Murray County Public School game day show, which will start at 5 o'clock, directly following the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. And then at 7 o'clock, the smoothest pipes in the business, Mr. Barry Duke, will bring you the play-by-play as the Columbia Central Lions host Knoxville Central.
Yeah, Central versus Central.
Central versus Central. The Bobcats. Are they the Bobcats, Clayton? We're going to have another cat fight. And, you know, who doesn't like a good cat fight? You know what I mean? And they're somewhat amusing. And hopefully the Columbia Central Lions can come out on top tonight. The other games involving Murray County Public High School football programs is Mount Pleasant, as they have a tough task. They have to travel to West Tennessee to play Milan, the number 1 team in 2A, the number 1 ranked team in 2A. How do you think that's going to go, Claw?
It's going to be a challenge. Now, would I be surprised if Mount Pleasant went over there and got a win? No, not at all. Would I be surprised if Milan won by a touchdown or 2? No. So,
would you be surprised if Milan won by 30?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
And folks, for people that couldn't see that, he just shook his head. No, he would not be surprised. So
they're a powerhouse.
They're undefeated.
Sure,
they're undefeated.
They're number 1 in 2A. I mean, come on.
And look, it's really unfair. It's not unfair. It's just the cards that Mount Pleasant was dealt, and it goes back to that Lewis County game. That's why you heard the coaches and everybody talk about how big that game was, because a win that night prevents this from happening. Lewis County's heading over to Milan instead of Mount Pleasant tonight if Mount Pleasant can get that win earlier in the year, and just it didn't happen.
All right. So Mount Pleasant has the tough road to hoe there, headed out to Milan tonight, 7 o'clock kickoff.
But the good news is if they win tonight, it gets easier next week.
Okay. And that's kind of strange.
It really is. It kind of is. But, I mean, when you're talking about a team that has dominated that western part of the state for years.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Spring Hill High School, the Raiders, are also in the second round of the playoffs, and they have to travel west of Murray County also to play South Gibson tonight. Yeah. South Gibson ranked, I believe, number 8. Is that right, Landon?
Yes,
somewhere around number 8.
Yeah, they're top 10.
In 4A.
Yes, they
are. Those 2 teams, Spring Hill and Mount Pleasant, have tough games tonight.
They do.
I mean, you start getting the second, third round, and they all get tough. Columbia Central tonight, taking on, like we said, Knoxville Central, the Bobcats, and their quarterback, Caden Long, leads 5A, the classification of 5A, with 2,918 passing yards.
Coach Goff said he's a Mr. Football finalist.
24 TDs, and he's rushed for over 1,000 yards, 1,049 yards.
We saw him play last week. He's
16 TDs rushing, 24 TDs passing. Javastin Badgett, wide receiver, 1,079 yards and 11 touchdowns. So that's obviously Caden Long's go-to man. J.J. Sackey and Torrin McAfee are wide receivers, and they combine for 8 touchdowns. So it looks like it's going to be Air Knoxville Central.
I mean, I was just about to say this is going to be a clash of just two completely different styles of football. You know, this state is made up of 3 grand divisions. East Tennessee has their own style of play, and Middle Tennessee has their own. We saw what Lawrence County did out of our region, the 4th seed, going on the road and getting a win at Ray County week 1 by 18 points. So we're going to see how this all shakes out. It's going to be interesting. I think the team that wins up front on both sides of the football, which typically is how it always plays out, is going to win this football game.
Yeah. If you guys are in the car coming home, listening to us right now, it's going to be a beautiful night for football. It was in the low 70s as I was driving over to Lindsey Nelson Stadium. It's probably going to drop down maybe, I don't know, lower 60s tonight, upper 50s. I mean, it's just
I think
terrific.
the low's only 58, I believe.
Well, that's just, I mean, you know, you can't ask for better weather. Nicer weather. I don't see a few clouds in the sky, no chance of precipitation. So make plans to get on in the car. Come on over here. There's going to be a big crowd. And now I don't know what type of crowd will travel with Knoxville Central.
They told Coach McDonald, who's one of the ADs at Columbia Central, they were bringing half the school. And they are bringing 7 buses down.
7 buses.
Correct. So we'll
on
see.
top. Does that include their team bus? Does that include? Okay.
That's team. That's band. That's
Okay. All right.
pet buses.
All right.
So, but 7's impressive.
That's going to put a damper on the parking here at Murray County Park.
I believe most of those buses will be parked in that big parking lot right over there.
And you know, nowadays some schools play and they don't. I mean, I think last week. East Hamilton, there weren't very many people over in their stands.
Well,
I'd rather see, to be honest with you, I'd rather see some people in the visitor stands.
Absolutely. No, I think last week was just based on the circumstances of the game being moved up a day early and that weather that was coming in Friday.
It just kind of jacked everything up.
It really did.
It did.
I believe so.
Well, Columbia Central is not without their stars. Daniel Booker last week won the Player of the Week. No,
Yeah, he did.
Was it last week or the week before last?
This week he won.
This past week,
Yeah.
Daniel Booker is Player of the Week. He had 355 yards plus rushing. Depends on who's keeping the stats. I'm not sure why we haven't figured out. So it's somewhere between 350 and 380 is the number that we've.
It was a lot of yards.
Yeah,
How about that?
It was a whole bunch of yards and a whole bunch of touchdowns. 6 touchdowns for Daniel Booker Jr. And he was the Murray County Public School Home Cooked by Puckett's Offensive Player of the Week. Congratulations to him. As we always have the Home Cooked Coaches Show at Puckett's, downtown Columbia, on Wednesday nights. And it was a really good show, and the reason it was a really good show is because all the coaches and their players and assistant coaches that participated, even including Coach Burham at Battle Creek, who went to Pearl last week, and, you know, they got introduced their first varsity season. They got a taste of playoff football, which is terrific for Battle Creek.
Very
and you
good.
think, well, you know, even he was upbeat in a good mood after taking kind of a beating from the Firebirds in Nashville. But all other 3 coaches, their assistants, and their players, they're all in good moods because they're all playing tonight.
Yes,
in the
they
second
are.
round.
They're happy
Then
second rounders.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, and they should be, and that's terrific. Now, let's talk a little bit about Mount Pleasant going to Milan. Milan is undefeated and has not allowed a single point in the last 3 ball games.
Yep.
They have a Mr. Football nominee, Jaden Pete. He's a running back and plays linebacker. He has 920 rushing yards, 18 touchdowns, and over 70 tackles on defense.
Yeah.
So on defense, so he looks like he kind of. I mean, the guy's pretty dang good
On both sides of the ball,
I don't know what
too.
to tell you about.
He's handing it out on both sides of the ball.
Kadarius Johnson, wide receiver, 9 touchdowns. Zach Thomas, quarterback, 13 touchdowns. And they're Milan. And, you know, when you talk about Milan, then, you know, probably the first thing anybody that knows anything about high school sports here in Tennessee, when that name is mentioned, the first thing you think about is high school football.
That's right.
That is true.
And
The Milan Bulldogs.
so we'll see what happens. But Mount Pleasant has only lost 2 losses this season. One has come to that messed up game at Forest where they had to stop it on a Friday night because of storms and then restart the game, play the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter the next day.
Yeah.
They lost that one to Forest. And then, like you said, Clayton, Lewis County 27-16. And that was a 4-point ball game until basically a garbage touchdown
Yeah.
in the last minute of the ball game. So
That is true.
I mean, that's why all, the regular season, all these games have huge consequences because here we are in November, and based on what that body of work you've built all year, that's going to decide. And Mount Pleasant's just in one of those situations where they just got matched up with a really tough region, man.
Yeah.
That's just all you can say.
yeah. Well, according to head coach Mount Pleasant head coach Kit Hartsville, it's the toughest region in the state.
It probably is in
Yeah.
any level of football. It's right up there.
I have to agree with that.
I mean, it's brutal.
Landon, your alma mater doesn't have it much easier having to go to South Gibson. They're ranked number 8 in the state in 4A football, and they'll need a do-it-all performance out of Lionel Brooks, Mr. Do-it-all.
Yeah, they will.
He is a running back for Spring Hill Raiders. Is in the top 10 in the state in rushing yards. Spring Hill, I mean, the job that head coach Joshua Taylor has done with the Raiders is just phenomenal. I mean, and like I said, if somebody held a gun to my head and said, okay, you've got to pick the coach of the year, you got to give out the coach of the year award here in Murray County, and it was between these 4 high schools, Coach Burham at Battle Creek, Taylor at Spring Hill, Tredarius Goff here at Columbia Central, or Kit Hartsville at Mount Pleasant. I just don't know who I'd get. I really don't know who I would give the award to.
Yeah, it's very tough.
I don't know. They've all done such an incredible job this year. If you could make all 4 somehow give a little piece of the trophy to all 4 of them.
Well, I mean,
they all deserve part of that Coach of the Year trophy.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see when these results of these region meetings come out, who all got the Coach of the Year. Obviously, you would think Coach Goff would get it, considering they were the only undefeated team in their region. I would make the argument that Josh Taylor deserves it in 4A because, Marshall County, everybody expected them to win it this year.
Sure.
They won it last year. Nobody had Spring Hill where they're at now on their bingo card all year.
No.
Didn't happen.
Not at
No,
all.
absolutely
There's
not.
no way.
Absolutely not. Okay. Thursday night football on Jeff Bezos TV, if you're fortunate enough to have it on your TV. New England hosted the New York Jets, and the New England Patriots were anywhere from a 12.5 to a 13-point favorite. If you got them at 12.5 and took New England, you covered. If you took them at 13 and you pushed. So, but the final was 27-14, and it went under the 43 total. Magic 8 Ball last night combination went 6-2, I believe. 6 wins, 2 losses. That's a pretty good night for the Magic 8 Ball. Paul Skeens won the National League Cy Young Award, a unanimous choice by the Baseball Writers Association of America. Left-handed pitcher Tarek Skubal for the Detroit Tigers won the American League Cy Young Award for the 2nd straight year.
Yes, he did.
Skubal is in his last year of a contract, so I think Detroit's about to have to make a decision.
Pay up. Bring the Bucks.
You've got the back-to-back Cy Young winner, and I mean he's just dominant on the mound, and it's time for the Detroit Tigers to, like you said, they'll pay the man, or ship them off to somebody that can. So this is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. We are coming to you live from Lindsey Nelson Stadium, getting ready for the game of the week as the Columbia Central Lions are in the second round against the Knoxville Central Bobcats. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. Get in the car, come out here to Lindsey Nelson Stadium and join us. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
This is Coach Tredaris Goff from Columbia Central High School football. You are listening to 101.7 WKOM in Columbia, Tennessee.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family-owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Let's talk custom design jewelry. Did you know Tillis Jewelry in downtown Columbia creates custom design jewelry and has been for over 30 years? From one-of-a-kind engagement rings to wedding bands and so much more. We want each piece to be as unique as you are and create a family heirloom for tomorrow. Call today and make an appointment with one of our designers. And just for calling, you will receive a free 30-minute consultation. Tillis Jewelry, creating custom jewelry proudly in Tennessee.
Hi, Jimmy here for Columbia Ace Hardware. Columbia Ace Hardware now carries Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines paint. Now their premium quality and huge selection of colors will be right in your neighborhood. Along with the award-winning service and advice Columbia Ace has always provided for your paint projects. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their paint. Columbia Ace, the helpful place.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Do you have trees that need trimming or removed? Do you have stumps that you want grounded? A1 Tree Trimming and Removal is a family-owned and operated business local to Columbia and Lewisburg. They also service surrounding Middle Tennessee. We are licensed and insured and provide free estimates. No job is too big, no tree is too small. Give old Luke a call or text Luke at 931-359-3113. Or you can check them out on Facebook and tell A1 Tree Removal that you heard this ad on the radio. If you love America, then you will love A1 Tree Removal.
You're not just a homeowner, you're also an ice maker that didn't read the job description owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Call Davis Heating and Cooling at 931-388-2090 for all your home comfort needs. Davis Heating and Cooling is your local independent American Standard dealer and proudly serves the Murray County area. Find Davis Heating and Cooling online and on Facebook or call today, 388-2090.
Hey, this is Seth Moss at Tennessee Valley Equipment, a premier FAE PrimeTech, Bandit, and Surex dealer. We are your dealer for all of your land clearing and forestry mulching needs. We sell equipment, provide repair service, and parts along with a rental fleet of mulching equipment. We also offer mulching teeth, blades, and sharpening. Our number one priority is getting you up and running as quickly and affordable as possible. Tennessee Valley is located at 300 Santa Fe Pike in wonderful Columbia, Tennessee. Stop by or give us a call today at 931-981-9812.
This is Debbie Matthews with the Nashville Realty Group, and if you've been paying attention, you know the housing market has been tough, but rates are beginning to thaw. So if you're thinking about selling, the time to jump in is getting better every day. But if you're thinking about buying, and those interest rates are still a little bit too high, a good agent knows how to negotiate interest rate buydowns. And I'm a good agent, so call me, Debbie Matthews with Nashville Realty Group, 615-476-3224.
This is Hal Landers, owner of Landers Insurance Agency. We are an independent agency representing the famous Erie Insurance Group. Landers Insurance Agency has been committed to providing great rates and great service since 2002. Whether it's home and auto or business or life insurance, we've got you covered. 24/7 in-house claim service, we've got that too. Visit Landers Insurance at 514 North Garden Street, Columbia. Call us at 931-380-2003. Our website is landersinsuranceagency.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
This is Trip Stoltz with Columbia Ace Hardware. I love listening to 101.7 WKOM FM, Columbia, Tennessee.
And welcome back in. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. This is our live edition. Thank you so much for joining us. We are high above Jim Cartwright Field in the Marion Will Hoyt press box in the Dan James Media Center. And I'm with L Train, the Claw. I'm Drake. Thank you for joining us. 7 o'clock tonight. Maury County Public Schools Game of the Week we will be live with the Game Day Show at 5 o'clock, directly following the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. And we will bring you the second-round playoff game between the Columbia Central Lions as they host Knoxville Central Bobcats. And folks are bringing 7 busloads of people down here to Columbia, Tennessee from Knoxville. The least we can do is get out here and cheer on the home side.
That's true.
Come on.
I'm very confident it's going to be a very, very big crowd tonight.
Well, and, as the playoffs, of course, as teams get deeper into playoffs, whether it's baseball, soccer, basketball, whatever, football, the crowds do tend to swell up, so to speak.
They do.
And
larger and larger.
So tonight we're looking forward to that, 7 o'clock kickoff, and we will have, as usual, the Golden Pipes of Barry Duke bringing you the play-by-play, and we will be streaming it live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Kick. All you have to do is go online and pull up on any of those the Front Porch Sports Network, and the stream will come up. What other games are we streaming now? The Mount Pleasant is in Milan for their second round.
That's right. And
Spring Hill is in South Gibson. Are we streaming those tonight?
We are not streaming Mount Pleasant. Now, you can catch the audio with our friends at WXRQ down in Mount Pleasant Radio. Also, I shared it on our Front Porch Sports Radio Network Facebook page. We also have 731 Sports out of West Tennessee. They will be streaming that game. We're not allowed to stream it if with the host school, if they have a stream, we're not allowed to do it. So they have it. It's free. I put the link on our page, so hopefully the Mount Pleasant folks will see that and be able to go to that. We will be covering the South Gibson Spring Hill game. Dave Dunstan will be on the call. And we just hope everything goes well over there.
So Dave's on his way down there right now?
Dave's heading west, yes. That's correct.
Great. Well, safe travels to Dave Dunstan. And you folks, if you want to watch any one of those 3 games, you can.
And full disclosure, we send a Starlink with Dave just because we know Gibson County is literally
in the middle of nowhere.
So.
Yeah, Trenton, Tennessee is the county seat.
That's right.
I didn't even, somewhere down there near Dyersburg or Dyer County and next door to Dyer. I don't know.
I just know it's towards the Mississippi River in Missouri.
Yeah, a whole bunch of nothing.
Alabama number 2, Purdue, went down to Tuscaloosa last night and played Alabama in Coleman Coliseum. Alabama was a 3.5-point favorite, but Purdue came out victorious, 87-80. And I didn't get to watch that because of the ESPN YouTube controversy. So tell us a little bit about what went on in that game.
Drake, I didn't see a whole lot of it. I saw a lot towards the end. Alabama, obviously, they're playing Purdue. Purdue's number 2 in the country.
Brandon Smith is he had 29 points, the guard for Purdue.
He's tough. He's tough.
He could have come out last year.
Nice.
He could have come out last year in the NBA, but he decided to stay.
Very physical guard, and I thought he did a tremendous job. Look, Alabama just came off a big win over the weekend
at St.
John's in Madison Square Garden. You got a new squad with 4 new starters. I think they lost like 90% of their scoring from last year's team. They lost to the number 2 team in the country.
Sure.
It's like I told you last night. I'm okay with it because they're going to get better from that game. I feel much better about them losing that game at home than beating South Florida by 30.
Sure. Yeah, and and the thing about
or North Florida.
And the reason that Purdue is number 2 in the country is because of
Matt Painter.
And Matt Painter and an experienced super point guard like Brandon Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which helped make deep postseason runs.
You look back at the years that Tennessee had Zakai Ziegler.
Right.
And one of the reasons that Tennessee has been so successful the last couple of years was because of experience at the point guard position like Zakai Ziegler. Those are the quarterbacks. Those are the guys that make your team run, and, you control the turnovers and, the takeaways from the other teams and violations. So, And by the way, the rich just get richer as Purdue has signed a 4-star, 7'4" commitment for the 2026 season.
My goodness.
That's
Class.
7'4".
Sinan, S-I-N-A-N, Sinan Huan, Huan, originally from China. He attends Georgetown Prep in Rockville, Maryland right now. He is ranked number 64 in the class of 2026. 7'4".
That's large.
And just think the Ryu guy in Florida is 5 inches taller than he is.
7'9".
That's absurd. It's crazy.
That's nuts, man. College football tonight. Clemson is at number 20 Louisville. Should be a pretty good game. Number 20 Louisville is just favored by 2.5 points.
If I'm a Clemson fan, though, I got to be thinking, when is this going to end?
I don't know. It might have to end when they get rid of Dabo.
Chris Yao just said that Tennessee was just whistled for 22 fouls against that kid that Purdue signed. That's a joke going back to the Edey postseason game. Like, was it last year or year before?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I got that, Chris. I got it.
Yeah, we like that.
I got it.
We like that.
Appreciate that, Chris. Minnesota also is at number 8 Oregon tonight. Oregon's a 24-point favorite. 44 is the total on that game. Two decent little football games tonight. Not too bad. Clemson, Louisville, and then Minnesota at Oregon. The first game probably be better than the second. Two big games involving top 25 SEC teams over the weekend, or this weekend. At 2:30 Saturday, number 11 Oklahoma is at number 4 Alabama. Alabama's a 6-point favorite with a 45 total. It seems kind of a low total.
It's a very low total. It's a very, very
Do you
low
know
total.
what I mean?
That's an NFL total.
I mean, I could see that total easily being in the 51 to 53 range, somewhere in there.
That's the Brent Venable defense factor.
Yeah, and I mean, I could with John Mateer at quarterback, and I could see that game being a shootout.
Now, Tater on YouTube says, my brother is a Clemson fan with a laughing, crying face. So he has no sympathy for the Clemson Tigers.
Well, I mean, Dabo could be – it wouldn't surprise me if Auburn Auburn comes in and starts courting Dabo Swinney away from Clemson.
Yeah, I mean, what better way? Because he's bitter towards Alabama because nobody wanted him when Saban retired. He's bitter towards Clemson because nobody appreciates him. It's a match made in heaven.
Absolutely. It's absolutely. But let me ask you this. When are the colleges going to stop with the 10-year
buyouts?
The 10-year contracts, the 10-year, 10, 12, 11, 12, 10, 11, $12 million. When are they going to stop with those contracts and just cut it? I don't mind the coaches getting paid, but it doesn't need to be for 10 years. I mean, as a head football coach, you should be able, if you're good enough and you're worth your weight in whatever they're paying you in gold, bullion, or platinum, or whatever, diamonds, crypto, whatever it is. I mean, 4 to 5 year contracts. And we'll look at renewing it in 4 to 5 years if everything's going straight and going right. But these double-digit year contracts that these coaches are being guaranteed paid for is just too long. Because if things go south, like a Brian Kelly, like a Jimbo Fisher, I mean, once those things start going south, unfortunately, your university, your taxpayers, your boosters, everybody is just locked in. And this coach who is signed this huge $100 million contract is just going, well, hell, I'm just laughing all the way to the bank on this one.
Yeah, I mean, look at what Butch Jones did. He went down and took a $30,000 a year analyst job at Alabama under Nick Saban, while the University of Tennessee is paying him this just exuberant amount of money.
I tell you what,
it's crazy.
And you can say what you want to about Butch Jones, but he's doing a hell of a job at Arkansas State.
Brick by brick, baby.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah. 5-star Hearts.
If Heupel runs to LSU, they might get back on the phone to Butch. I'm just saying. I don't know. All right. Also, more games this weekend. College football, 6:30 Saturday night. Number 10 Texas is between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, to take on number 5 Georgia. That should be a terrific ball game. So, starting at 2:30 on Saturday, you've got Oklahoma, Alabama, in Tuscaloosa. Then you've got Texas, Arch Manning at Georgia, number 5, Georgia. Also, other teams that are in the top 25 playing each other, ranked teams. Number 9, Notre Dame is -12 at number 22, Pittsburgh. That's an 11 a.m. start tomorrow. And number 21, Iowa is at number 17, Southern Cal. And Southern Cal is favored by 6, and that's a 2:30 start. The Tennessee Vols are taking on the mighty Aggies out of New Mexico State tomorrow afternoon at 3:15 kickoff. Vols are favored by
40.
Oh, my God.
Number 14, Little Bruh, Vanderbilt.
Pavia.
That's it. Is on a bye, so they're taking the weekend off. The Memphis Grizzlies have seemingly gone into early hibernation.
They're tanking.
As they got smoked in Boston Wednesday night by the Celtics, 131-95. And even I can add that up. That's a 36-point loss. Losing their third straight game, and they've lost 9 of their last 12.
That's ridiculous.
Their next game will be at the Cleveland Cavaliers tomorrow for a 4 p.m. tip-off. But fear not, Grizzlies, you're not alone, as the 5-9-4 Predators took to the ice today for a businessman special 1 p.m. puck drop in Nashville against the Pittsburgh Penguins. But hold the presses. Hold on. Preds win. Preds win. The Preds win. They won 2-1 in overtime over the Penguins today. So, here we go. And now let's turn our attention to those Tennessee Titans. They host the Texans on Sunday. Looks like the Texans are going to be without C.J. Stroud.
That won't matter.
David Mills will get the start at quarterback.
And get the win.
It has not affected the line. Houston is -6 with a 37 total. So Las Vegas doesn't feel like there's going to be a lot of offensive fireworks with a 37 total. Has to be one of the lowest totals in the NFL this weekend.
I think they won a game like 9-6 earlier this year or something like that, so not surprising.
Anyway, the Titans, they're 1-8 and the worst schedule in the NFL right now, and vying for that coveted number 1 overall pick in the spring draft of the NFL, with their lone win coming back on October 5th of this year against Arizona, when they won by 1 point, 22-21. Okay.
And we're up against the break, Drake, but I want to say we got some folks messaging us here, watching the show online. I think we probably got some folks heading down from East Tennessee.
Okay,
and
great.
they're asking us to describe Columbia Central's 3 losses this year, and we got some other questions. So after the break, we can dive into that.
Okay, you guys hang on after the break, and then we'll talk about Columbia football, their 3 losses, and then we got the Magic 8-Ball picks for tonight. Got some NBA picks that hopefully we can make a little money on. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. We are high above Jim Cartwright Field, getting ready for the Columbia Central Lions as they host the Knoxville Central Bobcats. And we've got some people from East Tennessee on the way down. We'll be right back.
This is Coach Tredaris Goff from Columbia Central High School football. You are listening to 101.7 WKOM in Columbia, Tennessee.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family-owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Let's talk custom design jewelry. Did you know Tillis Jewelry in downtown Columbia creates custom design jewelry and has been for over 30 years? From one-of-a-kind engagement rings to wedding bands and so much more. We want each piece to be as unique as you are and create a family heirloom for tomorrow. Call today and make an appointment with one of our designers. And just for calling, you will receive a free 30-minute consultation. Tillis Jewelry, creating custom jewelry proudly in Tennessee.
Hi, Jimmy here for Columbia Ace Hardware. Columbia Ace Hardware now carries Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines paint. Now their premium quality and huge selection of colors will be right in your neighborhood. Along with the award-winning service and advice Columbia Ace has always provided for your paint projects. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their paint. Columbia Ace, the helpful place.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Do you have trees that need trimming or removed? Do you have stumps that you want grounded? A1 Tree Trimming and Removal is a family-owned and operated business local to Columbia and Lewisburg. They also service surrounding Middle Tennessee. We are licensed and insured and provide free estimates. No job is too big, no tree is too small. Give old Luke a call or text Luke at 931-359-3113. Or you can check them out on Facebook and tell A1 Tree Removal that you heard this ad on the radio. If you love America, then you will love A1 Tree Removal.
You're not just a homeowner, you're also an ice maker that didn't read the job description owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Call Davis Heating and Cooling at 931-388-2090 for all your home comfort needs. Davis Heating and Cooling is your local independent American Standard dealer and proudly serves the Murray County area. Find Davis Heating and Cooling online and on Facebook or call today, 388-2090.
Hey, this is Seth Moss at Tennessee Valley Equipment, a premier FAE PrimeTech, Bandit, and Shurex dealer. We are your dealer for all of your land clearing and forestry mulching needs. We sell equipment, provide repair service, and parts along with a rental fleet of mulching equipment. We also offer mulching teeth, blades, and sharpening. Our number one priority is getting you up and running as quickly and affordable as possible. Tennessee Valley is located at 300 Santa Fe Pike in wonderful Columbia, Tennessee. Stop by or give us a call today at 931-981-9812.
This is Debbie Matthews with the Nashville Realty Group, and if you've been paying attention, you know the housing market has been tough, but rates are beginning to thaw. So if you're thinking about selling, the time to jump in is getting better every day. But if you're thinking about buying, and those interest rates are still a little bit too high, a good agent knows how to negotiate interest rate buydowns, and I'm a good agent. So call me, Debbie Matthews with Nashville Realty Group, 615-476-3224.
This is Hal Landers, owner of Landers Insurance Agency. We are an independent agency representing the famous Erie Insurance Group. Landers Insurance Agency has been committed to providing great rates and great service since 2002. Whether it's home and auto or business or life insurance, we've got you covered. 24/7 in-house claim service, we've got that too. Visit Landers Insurance at 514 North Garden Street, Columbia. Call us at 931-380-2003. Our website is landersinsuranceagency.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
This is Trip Stoltz with Columbia Ace Hardware. I love listening to 101.7 WKOM FM, Columbia, Tennessee.
And welcome back. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. Thank you for joining us. I'm with the L Train, Landon Seacrest, and Clayton the Claw Harris. We are high above Jim Cartwright Field as we prepare for tonight's second round matchup between the Columbia Central Lions as they host the Bobcats out of Knoxville Central. And, Clayton, we had some people online as we're doing this show live. They've come online, and it seems like some Knoxville Central Bobcat fans want to know a little bit of history about the three losses that the Columbia Central Lions have had this year. Can you enlighten the people on that?
Yeah, I mean, the first loss of the year came against Dixon County here at home. Look, Columbia Central has 4 seniors on their roster. They're a young team. A very good junior class, a very good sophomore class, and a good freshman class, and you have 4 seniors who all contribute in big ways.
Impact players.
They are, especially from a leadership standpoint. But it was one of those deals where everybody said at the beginning of the year, it's going to be one of those deals where they get better as the season goes on because a lot of guys were getting a lot of experience for the first time that were young. I mean, look at Hassan Ball, sophomore.
Honey Badger.
Had 255 yards last week, but you also look at what he's doing defensively. And then also you had a loss to Marshall County that I'm confident if that game was played again, Columbia would win that game. Should have won that game, honestly.
And, of course, Marshall County has the Mr. Football finalist.
Yeah.
Tyler Thompson at quarterback.
He's talented. He'd spread the ball around a lot in that game. Marshall's got some talented skill players. That game was on TV. A lot of people were here.
There's a lot of people here. But Columbia has dealt with some injuries, too, throughout the year. And I can confidently say that tonight they are healthy for the first time maybe all year. And they could have played a couple of guys last week that they didn't. They didn't feel like they needed to. So I think that's a good sign. And I know the coaches were able to go watch Knoxville Central in person last week since the game here was moved to Thursday. Columbia's big and physical. They're fast. They got athletes. They're playing good football right now.
Yeah.
And when a team believes that they're going to, it's tough to stop that momentum. And I expect a great game.
I was about to say it should be a really good ball game.
Absolutely.
I mean, a really good ball game, and that's what we're looking forward to, and hopefully that's what we get. And of course, the people here in Columbia are rooting for the Lions, and our friends from East Tennessee that are coming in, they're rooting for the Bobcats, and may the best team win, and nobody get hurt, and everything's okay in the morning.
Right.
Life goes on.
And I think the game's going to come down to who wins the battle up front on both sides of the football.
Definitely.
I mean, I know that's just like an old cliche that everybody says, but it's so true. You look at Columbia last week; they rushed over 700 yards, and you had two players that rushed for almost or over 600 yards themselves.
Two record-breaking performances for those listening.
But here's the thing about Columbia, though, too. They can throw the ball as well. I mean, Booker has a great arm. Some of those weapons we talked about that hadn't played, they're back. So,
sure,
it ought to be an exciting ball game. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored. I think it's whatever team can minimize the mistakes and get a couple of stops defensively. But if you told me tonight's score was 50-30 something, I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
As many points as last week? Are we taking the bet for that many points?
I would set the over under on this game right at around 60.
No.
So, and that may be low.
Yeah.
That may be low.
Yeah, I probably think it is.
And and on the other side of the ball, from Columbia Central, I mean, Knoxville Central has quarterback Caden Long, leads 5A with almost 3,000 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, over 1,000 rushing yards, 16 rushing touchdowns.
He's very talented.
Badgett at wide receiver, over 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns. So these guys can move the ball up and down the field.
They can.
As well as Columbia can. So we could see a high-scoring affair.
And you watched Crockett last week. Crockett, they faked 2 punts in the opening half. And I was impressed with, Central wasn't fooled. And not only that, they made them pay for it by giving them the ball deep in their team. I mean, it was 21-0 before you blinked. I mean,
how bad was the score on that? I mean,
I think the final score in that game was like 49 to 10 or something.
49-10.
We left it. We left before halftime. There was no question that game was in hand.
And it looked like it said. I mean, if you're faking the punts, 2 punts in the first half, you're kind of getting desperate.
Already.
Crockett is desperate to try to do something to put points on the board.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting blown off the field, so you got to do something, and that's why Knoxville Central stayed at home and probably sniffed those out, and were not affected by it.
And Knoxville Central won back-to-back, I believe, state championships, like in maybe 17-18 or 18-19, somewhere in that time. So, they're a program that's had a lot of historical success, and hey, man, I just think it's great. I know I've seen a lot of people complain about all this travel. But I think it's neat for these kids to be able to experience playing, somebody outside their region in games like this. Like, these guys will remember this game for the rest of their life, win or lose. Traveling all day on a Friday to come to Columbia. And the same thing for, like, Lawrence County, who's going up to Knoxville Halls.
Yeah.
That game's going to kick off here in about an hour. Those kids are going to remember that win or lose for the rest of their lives.
And it's beautiful weather. I mean, there's a lot of difference if you were traveling.
Great scenes out here.
In sub-freezing degrees, and if it was raining hard or whatever the deal is. I mean, it's going to be a beautiful night here in Middle Tennessee, and of course we welcome all the people coming in. Okay, couple more little points I want to make about college basketball last night, or on Wednesday night. Of course, last night was Alabama-Purdue. Purdue wins that by 7 points, 87-80, 2-8 matchup, and that was in Tuscaloosa. Then on last Wednesday night, number 20 Tennessee, the Tennessee Vols beat 0-2 North Florida 99-66. Tennessee hosts Rice this Monday, so they get the weekend off.
Yeah.
And then Rice.
Dirty or white?
I guess, I don't know. It's Rice out of Houston.
That's right. Fried rice? They got a variety there.
Rice University. Or it's not University of Rice. It's Rice University.
I think it's RU. Yeah,
it's RU.
Yeah. And so that's on Monday. The Vols host Rice. Vanderbilt beat Eastern Kentucky by 30, 92-62.
The Colonels.
On Wednesday night. Next game for Vanderbilt is against 0-4 Arkansas Pine Bluff tomorrow at 2 p.m. In Memorial Gymnasium. So just want to bring you up to date on those.
And, Drake, I also want to mention, just for those listening that are traveling from Knoxville, I was actually there last night watching my Belmont Bruins face off against the Tennessee Lady Vols. It didn't go Belmont's way,
but it was close.
It was a great game. It was a great game.
I heard they had a lead with over 4 minutes. Belmont had a lead, 56-54 with just over 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, we did.
In the ball game.
It was honestly really close.
The Lady Vols going a 14-2 run to close out to win the ball game. And they had a lead at halftime.
Yeah.
That's got to make Belmont feel good.
The Lady Bruins had a lead, like I said, with a little over 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Great environment in Knoxville last night.
Yeah.
And I also want to remind folks, too, that when this show is over on WKOM 101.7, we'll have the Maury County Public School Game Day show. I will reshare that stream on our FPSN.
Yeah.
Our FPSN Twitter account is new.
Yeah.
If you hadn't noticed, it's brand new. We just got it up and going. Just got the blue check mark because we typically stream all this on our WKOM, WKRM page, but I will reshare that. But you'll be giving predictions and other things.
Sure.
For that, because they're wanting some predictions for tonight, but you'll get that in the next show.
We do.
Which leads you up to kickoff right at about 6:50.
Yeah, if you folks will just stick with us, as soon as this show is over, right at the top of the hour, we switch over to the Maury County Public Schools Game Day show on 101.7 FM, WKOM here in Columbia, and we go for 2 hours right up until kickoff.
That's right.
And then Barry Duke, the smoothest pipes in the business.
The greatest.
Will be bringing you the ball game live right here from Lindsey Nelson Stadium. And I'm sure all the folks from East Tennessee recognize that name, Lindsey Nelson. He's a native of Middle Tennessee.
A graduate of Columbia Central High School.
Born in Giles County, moved to Columbia, Tennessee, Pulaski, Tennessee, moved to Columbia, and then had a terrific broadcasting career his whole life. And the baseball field is named after him there in Knoxville.
That's right.
Lindsey Nelson Field or Stadium?
Lindsey Nelson Stadium, yes.
Okay, Lindsey Nelson Stadium, just like it is here. But we're playing football here tonight. We're not playing baseball.
Football time in
We're
Tennessee.
not going to talk about that Tony guy that left y'all. We're going to talk about some football here in Columbia.
They still got Tony Basilio.
Yeah,
and really, at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly.
They would much rather have Tony Basilio.
Oh, I think they would much rather have Tony Basilio than Tony Vitello.
And Tony's a friend of ours, so if you're listening from East Tennessee, he actually we put his show on our station.
I just want to know where all those Italians come from up there in Knoxville. What's up with that? Basilio, Vitello. I mean,
I'm telling you,
there's got to be some good Italian restaurants in Knoxville.
Oh, yes,
there's got
sir.
to be.
Got to.
All right, Magic 8-Ball picks for tonight. NBA. If you want to play a little NBA on your favorite sports book, for the Lakers, Rui Hachimura.
Yep.
Rui
Japanese.
Hachimura.
Yep.
Over 1.5 threes. Okay, bet him to hit over 2 threes or more. And for the New Orleans Pelicans, Sadiq Bey.
Out of Villanova, yep.
Over 1.5 threes also. So Hachimura and Bey, both of them over 1.5 threes, 2 or more threes. And then for the Charlotte Hornets, guard Con Knuppel.
Like the body part, yes.
Okay. Con Knuppel. Over 15.5 points tonight. So if you hook all 3 of those up, you might get somewhere to 5 to 6 to 1 odds, something like that on a little bit of change, and make your weekend a little bit brighter. Take Sweetie out for a bite to eat. You know what I mean? Or some ice cream.
Or bring her over here to Lindsey Nelson Stadium tonight.
That's right. Go get her a couple of high dollar lattes, whatever the deal is. Those things have gone through the roof. They're like $10 or $11.
Maybe more depending on what size you get.
That's right.
It's crazy.
It really is crazy.
Okay, we're about to move down to the field for the second round of the TWSAA football playoffs between the Columbia Central High Lions as they host Knoxville Central Bobcats tonight. The lights are already on. The field is starting to light up. I see cars pulling in around the stadium.
Yeah, tailgating
is about to
begin
get busy
at the log cabin, and the line walk will be starting here in about 30, 45 minutes.
Okay. All right. And, hey, happy Friday to you. I'm really looking forward to tonight's game.
We are too, and we're looking forward to the Murray County Public Schools Game Day Show coming up here in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned with us. We're gonna bring you the Game Day Show, and then at 7 o'clock, we're gonna bring you the kickoff between Columbia Central, Knoxville Central, the Bobcats, second round of the playoffs. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday.
To keep going.
You are listening to 101.7 WKOM in Columbia, Tennessee.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Let's talk custom design jewelry. Did you know Tillis Jewelry in downtown Columbia creates custom design jewelry and has been for over 30 years? From one-of-a-kind engagement rings to wedding bands and so much more. We want each piece to be as unique as you are and create a family heirloom for tomorrow. Call today and make an appointment with one of our designers. And just for calling, you will receive a free 30-minute consultation. Tillis Jewelry, creating custom jewelry proudly in Tennessee.
Hi, Jimmy here for Columbia Ace Hardware. Columbia Ace Hardware now carries Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines paint. Now their premium quality and huge selection of colors will be right in your neighborhood, along with the award-winning service and advice Columbia Ace has always provided for your paint projects. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their paint. Columbia Ace, the helpful place.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Do you have trees that need trimming or removed? Do you have stumps that you want grounded? A1 Tree Trimming and Removal is a family-owned and operated business local to Columbia and Lewisburg. They also service surrounding Middle Tennessee. We are licensed and insured and provide free estimates. No job is too big, no tree is too small. Give old Luke a call or text Luke at 931-359-3113. Or you can check them out on Facebook and tell A1 Tree Removal that you heard this ad on the radio. If you love America, then you will love A1 Tree Removal.
You're not just a homeowner, you're also an ice maker that didn't read the job description owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Call Davis Heating and Cooling at 931-388-2090 for all your home comfort needs. Davis Heating and Cooling is your local independent American Standard dealer and proudly serves the Murray County area. Find Davis Heating and Cooling online and on Facebook or call today, 388-2090.
Hey, this is Seth Moss at Tennessee Valley Equipment, a premier FAE PrimeTech, Bandit, and Shurex dealer. We are your dealer for all of your land clearing and forestry mulching needs. We sell equipment, provide repair service, and parts along with a rental fleet of mulching equipment. We also offer mulching teeth, blades, and sharpening. Our number one priority is getting you up and running as quickly and affordable as possible. Tennessee Valley is located at 300 Santa Fe Pike in wonderful Columbia, Tennessee. Stop by or give us a call today at 931-981-9812.
This is Debbie Matthews with the Nashville Realty Group, and if you've been paying attention, you know the housing market has been tough, but rates are beginning to thaw. So if you're thinking about selling, the time to jump in is getting better every day. But if you're thinking about buying, and those interest rates are still a little bit too high, a good agent knows how to negotiate interest rate buydowns. And I'm a good agent, so call me, Debbie Matthews with Nashville Realty Group, 615-476